Red Nation, are we here?
The best show for Chicago sports.
Oh my God!
Hey yo! It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Shout out to the bro Jimbo for getting the intro cracking. It's okay, y'all. It's okay as we got breaking news coming through. Shout out to Jimmy Got Soul for the new intro, y'all. Y'all like that? That's real smooth. That's real smooth. I feel like it embodies the craziness that's getting ready to drop here as we welcome in Stephon Adon into the building. Good.
You feel me? What's good? What's happening?
We got some craziness happening here, man. As the pettiest man alive is in the chat. We were gonna
come. Okay, hey, hard time. Hey, can we just acknowledge the fact that kid is swimming right now?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Hey, okay, I see you.
We were gonna break down Davante Adams going to the Raiders first. We were gonna break down what the Bears were gonna do with the pieces they had in the building, but unfortunately, before we do any of that, y'all, because it's wild out here. It's wild out here. We got to hit y'all with this.
Oh, boy, Larry. Oh, boy, Larry.
What'd you say, my boy?
Larry was doing a little too much over there, right? A little too much dip on the chip right there, huh?
Yeah, it's
a little too much something going on, huh?
A little something was happening there for sure. Yeah, I'm saying we're as we come in here. First things first, appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel, and we got to let y'all know that unfortunately, per Adam Schefter, we have breaking news. The Chicago Bears say they are not signing defensive lineman Larry Ogunjobi because he was
all right, music is a little too loud, Pat. Can't hear you, Pat, because the music is too loud.
A little bit too loud?
A little too loud.
A little bit too loud? Okay, let's try
this. Too much animation going on right there.
The Chicago Bears say they are not signing defensive lineman Larry Ogunjobi because he was unable to pass his physical. In a statement from GM Ryan Poles on Larry Ogunjobi, he says, as I said before, Larry embodies everything we look for in a Bear. He's a special person and player. During the league's negotiation window earlier this week, we agreed to terms with him, subject to him passing a physical here. After a standard and thorough physical and medical review, with Larry yesterday afternoon, our medical team deemed that he failed his physical, and therefore, unfortunately, we are not signing him today. This is difficult and is emotional for everyone involved, but ultimately is what is best in the interest of protecting the Chicago Bears. Here's the thing. Here's where I start the morning. Here's where I start this whole thing off. First off, shout out to y'all, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We knew coming in, Larry had surgery. We knew he was going to have to pass a physical to be a part of this team. That is not a bad thing, the news we just got as Bears fans. Now, unfortunately, it's not good for Larry Ogunjobi. But y'all remember where we were.
Way down.
You said what?
His price goes down.
Well, here's the thing, right? Y'all remember where we were that first year when we had Robert Quinn. We signed a hurt player. We expected a lot from him, and he was put on the field and not able to perform.
Mm-hmm.
You own up to what happened. Hey, listen, unfortunately, we can't sign this guy. And you say, because he can't pass a physical, we can't, in good conscience, put him on the field. That's not a bad thing, Bears fans. That tells me that your organization is looking at things the right way. When Larry's healthy and able to play, is he a great player? Absolutely. That man was bowling people over. Y'all saw the highlights.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't sign people that aren't going to make an impact on your team. If Larry Ogunjobi is hurt, he cannot make an impact on your team. To me, this is a feather in the cap of Ryan Poles. This is kudos to Ryan Poles. And now you got to figure out what you do with the money. Listen, you found out that Terran Armstead and the Chicago Bears were far apart on the price they wanted. Now you got a little more money to work with this season. Unfortunately, I don't want to come off as disrespectful to Larry O, that we're kind of moving on. But unfortunately, we have to move on. Ryan Poles has to build this team out. Where does that money go?
We have, because it looks like we're signing Justin Jones right now.
Hold on.
Thank you for Baki.
Hold on, my boy. You can't just do. We got breaking news sounders now, my boy. We got to do this professional out here, my boy. Come on, man. You got to hold on. I'm gonna let you read that one, kid. I'm gonna let you read that one. Hold on. Hit it with.
Go ahead, read it. Go ahead, read it. I'm gonna do something different.
You got. Oh, hold up. You can't hear that, can you? Hold on, man. We kind of doing it. Don't worry about it. Here we go. We're going to run it back. Bow. There you go.
How we go from? You got to wait for the sound that goes. Well, according to Daniel Greenberg, the Chicago Bears are signing defensive lineman Justin Jones, who played for the Los Angeles Chargers. And by the way, by way of Baki, who's our Daniel Greenberg, by the way. That's how that rolls at this point.
Hey.
How do you feel about the signing?
We got to find a way to put Baki on the payroll, dog. There's nobody that brings us more news than him. In all of Twitter, YouTube, none of that, dog. I don't know if this deal was already in place. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like you don't get Ogunjobi and then you're just like, hey, who's the next guy? Get him. He's good. Let's go. Get him on the phone. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this was a deal that was going to happen anyway. Okay. Nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's a good move. It's a depth move. Depth. Gotta make sure. Okay. Hey, you gotta make sure you say them words quick, right the right way, my boy.
I like the signing.
Let me get y'all some numbers here on Justin Jones from the Chargers.
I got it.
Another. Oh, not bad. Oh, well. Yeah, like I said, he's a depth piece. Comes into the season with 62 solo tackles, 55 assists. This is in his career, by the way.
We haven't talked
4.5 sacks for his whole career, and 3 of those sacks came last year, kind of having that breakout season for him. He's only 25 years old, 6'3", 309 pounds. Not a bad pick. Like I said, a depth piece.
We have to talk about this as well. That happened last night, as all Bears news seemed to happen last at night outside of this. We signed Byron Pringle. Byron Pringle. There you go.
Hey. The second I saw that we signed a Byron, I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. Every touchdown this man catch, Byron.
With that being
Shout
the case,
Jesus Christ.
Beans, rice, Jesus Christ, and Byron.
hey, but then if he mess up, it's gonna be the Byron. Hey.
That was the most annoying thing she did ever in
No,
life.
that was so annoying, bro.
Oh God.
Like I said, we're not gonna spend too much time on that one. That's more of a depth move. But with the Larry Ogunjobi move here, do you guys like that the Bears pivoted away from him? Do you guys like that because I feel like we wouldn't have seen this with the past regime, and we didn't see this with the past regime because we signed multiple players that first year was like, is he hurt?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like this move from the Bears here?
I'll let Steph take that first.
I mean, yeah. One. Let's get this out of the way. I like them taking accountability. That's first off. I like the accountability.
Ooh.
The
Hold up.
one thing I
Hold up.
can say
Hold up.
is that
Before you finish that thought, Steph, we do got a little bit more breaking
Okay,
news,
go ahead,
Bears
go ahead.
related here. New Bears offensive lineman Lucas Patrick says that he will be playing center for the Chicago Bears. We talked about that. We talked about him sliding in there because he already knew the scheme. He's already worked with Luke Getsy. I like it. I like that. I like that. Continue with your point on Larry, though, Steph. No disrespect to
no. You good? One. That's a good move. We've been talking about that, but
Yeah.
now I like them taking accountability. Now my only issue with this is, you know one, like where do they go with the money? You talked about it, Armstead. Like, do you give them the extra M's? Cause I mean at this point, it's like now with them not signing Ogunjobi, you got kind of filler pieces. Cause you feel me, free agency isn't dried up, but I guarantee you the rest of that big names that's on free agency is waiting for the Deshaun move.
Are they though? Is free agency dried up? Like, there's still a lot of names out there, dog.
All
that
right,
are
but
just
it's
depth
just.
pieces.
Hey, you telling me Tyrann Mathieu and Stephon Gilmore don't want to play with Deshaun?
I think we're in a chokehold until we
I
figure
haven't
that
heard
part out.
anybody. Who was it? Who were the two teams that were in on it?
Until
It was
he
Bears
moves,
and
until he moves, we will hear nothing.
Well, that's the thing. Who were the two teams that were in on it? It was Bears and who? It wasn't the Falcons. Bears and Panthers.
Are you talking about for Deshaun? Browns and Falcons.
No, it was Bears and Packers. Browns weren't in on that.
Wait.
For Deshaun Watson?
Oh, for Deshaun? No, I'm saying for Tyrann Mathieu.
Oh.
No, Bears were in for the Tyrann Mathieu conversation.
Yeah, but you got to well. I know the same tears out. Well, I don't know.
This is not a saving money deal, Marv. Marv comments in. He says, "Come on, Pat. Same old organization. Bears just trying to save effing money. Bears ain't gonna be worth a damn." This is the thing. This is not a save money move. This is intelligent.
I mean, he failed his physical.
He can't. He
can't. It had to be something egregious for them to nick the whole deal.
Yeah, he can't physically play. That's a problem. Hey, look. What do y'all hear me say? Just about any time we bring anybody up, the best ability
is
availability.
And look, I'm gonna take it a step further, just to switch to basketball to get on this point. It's not about them saving money, right? Chris Bosh.
Hey, shout out to Coach T for adding to that. That's a good one.
He can't do his job. Like,
no, he's a liability.
How you all feel about Thielen staying in Minnesota?
Nah, but Chris Bosh couldn't do his job. He wanted to come back. Like, Poles can't willingly put Ogunjobi on the field. Something happens, and then it's not only career threatening, but it's life threatening, and now that's on your hands. You can't take that risk. So that statement in and of itself, like, come on now. It's about taking accountability here. Like that's what this is about. It's about taking accountability, saying that, hey, this dude is hurt right now. He can't do his job to the best of the ability, to the best of his ability, and we need people that's on the field. So it just we got to get better with the statements.
I like the state of the organization, period, right now. I mean,
you heard him drop that "we" there, kid.
I'm just,
I ignore him when he drops the "we."
All right, guy.
I ignore it. You know, he's a bandwagon. All
right.
I like the state of the organization right now, period. This is because everything is new. Everything's being shaken up, and it's hard for me to say this is the same organization considering the moves that they're making, and them allowing their GM to be a GM, them allowing him to go out to get those pieces, and look how fast things are moving. Look how fast things are starting to shape up. On top of that, the new stadium that they've already, I saw that in the chat. I actually was one of the things I want to bring up. A lot of moving pieces there, and you gotta love it. Gotta love it. So, hey, I'm with it. I'm definitely with it. I'll be even more impressed now if we can find a way to get Tyrion.
I like
Teron.
Tyrion.
I didn't mean to do that to you. I just didn't want to.
Hey, look. That's a black name right there. That name black as hell.
It's Teron. It's not.
Nah, it's Teron.
Hey, what was his name before he got money? You know what I'm saying? That's like Darren Williams. That man was Darren Williams his whole life. That man got that first big contract, Duran. What? It was Darren in Illinois.
Or is it Taryn?
I thought it was Taryn. Armstead. I like that all three of us got three different pronunciations out of that.
Okay, Taryn.
I mispronounced it because I was thinking about for some odd reason Taurean was in my mind, but that's not his first name. His first name is Terron, right?
Terron.
Yeah. All right, I got it wrong. Whose first name is whatever.
I like the I like that the Bears aren't just like right before. Doesn't it feel like this is why it feels different to me, right? Doesn't it feel like before that the Bears would have gone through with this deal no matter what because of embarrassment?
Yeah.
That's how I feel like the organization was before, right? We made a big splash signing on Robert Quinn, and we really couldn't do our due diligence because of COVID to get Robert Quinn in the building. When healthy, Robert Quinn set your single season sack record. We didn't see that the first year. In fact, we sent him out there while he was still hurt because we didn't want to be embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like before it was yeah, we made this signing. This is huge news. We paid this guy's big money. Oh, he's not 100% healthy? That's okay. That's not okay. like players not being healthy when they come into the building, that's not okay. I want the Bears to take the Pat Riley approach sometimes where he cuts a player that definitely has talent because guess what? You're too fat to be on this team.
Hey, man. The only way you're gonna get on this team, we gotta make sure that man is well conditioned.
Man, the only player he ever let get away with it was Shaq.
It was Shaq, yeah.
Shaq was fat. Shaq was fat on that team. Hey, but then what'd he say? Even Shaq said halfway through the season, I realized why he wanted us in condition. He was gonna run the mess out of us. So I like this from the Bears. Does it suck? Yeah, Larry Ogunjobi I think would have been a nice addition, but not if he can't play, not if he can't go. And so to me, like, this is a good move here by the Bears, man. This is a move this is a business decision, and that's what you have to do. Now, the Bears do sign Justin Jones. Right now, I'm going to be real with you. I can't say that I watched a ton of or I saw Justin Jones's name pop up a ton on the field last year. He's been in the NFL 4 years. He's never had more than 20 solo tackles. Depth. It's a depth move for me. I'm not crazy excited. I'm not losing my mind. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Let me
good
shed
move.
a little bit more insight on that. So basically, like, Justin Jones, like one of the Chargers' main problems last year.
Y'all hit that like button if you're in here.
Was not stopping the run. He was actually started for them, I believe.
Is he also coming off an injury, dog?
I don't know, but one of their main problems last year was stopping the run. Okay. 11.
He played 11 games. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he played 11 games. I think he got hurt, but their main problem was really stopping the run. And then too, you got to remember, those last 2 seasons, only 60% of snaps played.
Yeah.
So yeah,
so he was out. He was out weeks. Last season, he was out week 3 with a calf, and he was out week 14 with an ankle. But that's all I see right now. I don't see anything else. I don't know why he only played 11 games last year. I'm gonna be real. This is for real. Like, we're not finna sit here and make it up and fake with y'all. Like, oh, we know exactly who everybody is. Man, I don't know who Buddy is. Chargers fans say he a good run defender. Let's trust the Chargers fans on it. Yeah, I don't know who Buddy is. hey, kid, you watch a lot of Justin Jones last season?
Dog, I'm not gonna sit there and go down this road with you. I say this: one of the most interesting storylines for right now is the simple fact that we didn't sign Buddy. But anyone ever really noticed that we just signed pretty much all the people that didn't want to be in Green Bay? Like the Bears are looking a lot like Green Bay in disguise.
Hey, -1, -1. Who's out with the Raiders right now?
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, hey, listen, you want to go get you a new center? I got the OC. I got a quarterbacks coach who's now our OC. I got the center from there. I got who else we gonna get? I'm surprised we didn't get Adams, to be honest with you. At this point, we might as well have, but we're happy to see him go get the bag with the Raiders. I think they're gonna be dangerous. And for anybody who said that Derek Carr's not an elite quarterback, I bet you don't say that next year.
Hold on. I was absolutely gonna say, listen, kid's gonna get his opportunity to back up what he said, because he absolutely said Derek Carr could be Aaron Rodgers if he had the same weapons. Hey, look, kid, he got offensive line help. He's got the best wide receiver in the NFL. He's got a running game. Hey, first off, by the way, over 100 in the chat. Shout out to y'all. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. By the way, he's only got now the one wide receiver that actually can catch on his roster. Minus Hunter Renfrow. Like, he can catch and can run. So it's gonna be interesting.
Why you got Julio Jones in that?
Forget about Darren Waller.
Hey, bro. Yeah, we are.
Why you got Julio Jones in that? So Julio Jones on there?
No,
I didn't see Julio Jones sign.
Bro, stop, man. Look,
Cornelius.
He's just wishing for it. Okay, Cornelius, you wishing for it. Wish upon a star. I got you. All right.
Okay. Listen.
If that happens, guess what?
Hey, listen. I will
put on my Raider jersey.
I will. What's the tight end? Darren Waller, right?
Darren Waller. Does the second tight end in the league?
I give you Darren Waller. Let's be real. We know how the Raiders scout people. Hey, young man, you fast? What's your 40 time? I run a 4.340. Oh, okay. That's all I needed to hear. Coach, I have problems with catching the ball. We ain't trying to hear that. We're going to draft this guy number 1 overall. Coach, I got 3 cases pending. Hey, man, what'd you say? I didn't hear none of that. Yeah, man, we're going to draft him number 1 overall if we can.
That's a hard joke.
That's a hard joke. It was a really hard joke. I want people to understand this. I want to clarify one thing. Aaron Rodgers is the most efficient quarterback in NFL history. That's a fact.
He's probably the most talented as well. Unless Deshaun come through and show us something ridiculous.
Tom Brady is not as efficient. Tom Brady is not as talented, but Tom Brady's the GOAT. You can be comparable without having to be.
You willing to step out on a limb and say Derek Carr getting MVP?
I'm willing to. It's possible.
I think his odds went up. I don't disagree, because this the thing. No, because this the thing, right? It's about playing well and winning. It's about playing well and winning. He's gonna win. The team was already winning, and you just added the best wide receiver in the NFL to it.
He's not the best.
Hey, listen, I'm not saying he is the best, but you don't have to be the most talented to win. Aaron Rodgers is a better QB than Matthew Stafford, but Matthew Stafford is the champion this year.
But Aaron Rodgers also said the only person that could do what I do or remotely close to that is Stafford.
Guess what? Patrick Mahomes is more talented. Is not Aaron Rodgers is more talented than Patrick Mahomes, in my opinion. But he ain't had nearly the success Patrick Mahomes has up to this point in his career.
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes is actually more successful if you want to think about it.
I don't know.
Then
I'm just looking at that. I'm looking at that division, bro.
Well, yeah, because Mahomes been to 2 Super Bowls.
He's been to 2 Super Bowls, and he's been the AFC champion 4 years.
Well, I was gonna say how many NFC Championship games has Rodgers been to? But I think he's been to 3. Has he been to 3? And I know they lost one. They beat us when they won the Super Bowl. They lost one on the kick to whatever buddy name was that muffed it.
I know that was the only time you did. Yeah.
No, is that it?
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers is really.
That's it, ain't it? There's only 2.
He's really efficient, but guess what? He's not. He's not the best.
This facts. Tom Brady already sent that text message to Julio. Hey, Julio, you up?
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone, bro. He's gone, bro.
Hey, that's how the call went. Hey, who is this? 7 of them things. Oh yeah, what you want?
He's like, oh yeah, what you want? 8 of them things. Let's do it.
Yeah, 8 of them things. I'm on my way.
Hey, that's funny. Who's this? 7 of them things. Oh, Tom, how's it going, brother? Hey, Tom, please change your voicemail to that. Please change your voicemail to that. Hi, you've reached 7 of them things. I can't answer the phone right now, but if you leave me a brief message, but if you leave me a brief message, I'm on my way to 8. I'll get back to you after the Super Bowl. Y'all stay blessed.
You know what's funny? Now that I think about it, the most talented QBs in our league are not the ones who have the most rings or accomplishments. Dan Marino is considered as by many as one of the most talented QBs who have ever graced the field.
You know why? Because it's almost nothing. It's almost an inverse thing, right? When you're the most talented, what do you get?
No help.
No, yeah, but why?
Because you're so talented and you want that big money.
Because you get the most money.
You get the most money.
When you're the most talented, you get the most money. Guess what? We got to throw him the bag because guess who I need to pay? Him. I can win a lot with him, but you don't always get the best talent on your team because of that. So next season is going to be interesting, man. Here's the question that we kind of came out here with that we didn't even get into, but I saw this on Twitter a lot yesterday, that the North is now open because Davante Adams is gone.
Depends on who they sign.
Can the Chicago Bears, and I'm not saying this season, but can the Chicago Bears eventually take the North? Just based on the fact that Davante Adams is not on that team anymore.
No.
When Aaron decides that he's not going to play in the North.
Like,
Aaron
I get it.
Delivered already. That was the first thing Adam Schefter tweeted out when Davante got traded. Aaron is there.
Hey, I get it. Bears fans had a field day yesterday with Davante getting traded, but Aaron Rodgers is still in the division. If anybody takes the division from Green Bay,
it'd be Minnesota.
It's gonna be Minnesota.
Yeah. And that was
Thielen restructured his deal to stay with Minnesota. They're putting some more pieces around.
They still got the D line. Like
they still have a good shot. And now I know that the pressure is on Cousins because he just got his extension, 35 M's. Congrats to him. I think
that man has.
Next up,
I'm not gonna say he finessed the system, but I need his agent.
No, he is his agent.
He is his agent.
Oh, he like that.
Hey, he got a heck of a career coming after he's done with football. You want to go to you want to go into being an analyst? Heck no.
You got to think about what he signed for though. He really got what he's worth. QBs of his caliber are not available.
Hey, I'll say this.
He got what he's worth. He didn't get too much because too much would be Aaron, 50 M's. He didn't go for 40. He got 35. I'm right in this pocket, baby. In this pocket, I'm good. I can get this off. And he got it off.
Hey.
He's worth 30. He's worth that 35 M extension. He really is. He really is. He's not top tier, which is 40 to 50, but he ain't bottom tier, which is like 20, which is like 25 and below. He's right in the pocket.
So
based off how the numbers look.
Hold on. So are you admitting that Mitchell Trubisky is a bottom tier quarterback?
He's on a prove-it deal. Yeah. No, sincerely. I mean, how could I say he's not a bottom tier? He's not one of those bottom tier against a Kirk Cousins when he hasn't had the opportunity to prove it.
I feel like Mitch is gonna come out and have like that first week where he absolutely has like a Buccaneers game. Like, who did the Steelers play this year? Like, Mitch is gonna light up some of those worst teams, and they coming in on a what would it? What? Oh no, they won the division last year, didn't they?
Nah, fam, you in the AFC. He not doing that.
Hey, listen. I'm just saying. I feel like he's gonna have that game where he lights it up, and it's gonna reinvigorate all the Mitch truthers, dog. They just gonna be like, "We told y'all, and then they're not gonna look at nothing else for the rest of the season.
Let's
We
see.
are tonight.
He has Atlanta, Baltimore, Carolina, Cincinnati, Cleveland.
Hey, he start with Atlanta.
He start with Atlanta.
Hey, he better hope Deshaun ain't on that.
I think he has a good schedule. Well, here's the thing: Atlanta's offense is going to look great, but their defense has always been suspect. Atlanta's defense has always been suspect.
That's true.
So we really, hey, am I expecting Deshaun Watson to outperform him? Because Deshaun Watson's going to prove it. He has to prove it too.
Hey, but if
he outdoes Deshaun Watson,
Atlanta defense is weak enough that Muzz is just going to be like, he's going to battle with Deshaun. See, he's battling with Deshaun Watson. Nobody's going to say like Atlanta defense is trash. They're going to say, look at him battling with Deshaun Watson. It's like, hey, y'all are go. I'm fully expecting
if he outdoes Deshaun Watson though.
I'm fully expecting this. And
you got to give him some credit.
I'm expecting Kid to come in here the next week and lose his mind on us and just be like, I told y'all.
And he gonna have a
Maserati Mitch. And you know what's gonna happen? All of a sudden you're gonna start seeing them 186 yards, 190 yards, 210 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. You're gonna start seeing that through the rest of the season. We're not gonna hear nothing else. We're gonna be, hey, Kid, what happened to Hey,
have you ever seen something that was just categorically false? This is categorically false. Deshaun Watson has everything to prove. Like, not only does he have everything to prove, he like literally took a year off. He has all these allegations against him. He has to do well. You all may not look at it that way, but he has to do well. Ben, after all those injuries, after all those allegations, had to do well.
Yeah, are you saying what? Like what are you saying he has to prove? That he has talent?
No, that he's still worth it. That he's
what?
worth it.
Bro, hey, listen.
Well, I mean,
that statement.
No, I
get it, but
Tom
freaking Brady had to prove it.
But this is the thing. You have like that's not a unprofound state. Like every quarterback has to prove it. Guess what happens when any quarterback has a year where they suck?
They got to come back and prove it.
That's
now, so it's like, guess what? He didn't have a year where he sucked. He had a year where he was not there with a bunch of allegations around him, and now he has the whole free agency in the chokehold. He has to you have to get your money's worth. It's like, hey, somebody's going to give up 3 first-round picks for this guy.
But this is the modern NFL, y'all. So that's not a crazy statement. Like, think about it. Like 2 years ago, Baker was the answer, and now he's trying to get traded. Like that's not a crazy statement to make. That he has to prove. Of course he does. He didn't play last season. And it's 2022. We don't give people the benefit of the doubt.
He lost his mind.
I'm just saying, we don't give people the benefit of the doubt today.
I mean, I just feel like that's
nobody gets the benefit of the doubt. Hey, guess what? Russ went from averaging 20 plus points a game to 17 and not getting assists anymore. Guess what? He's the worst player in the NBA right now. Now he's playing pretty bad. Absolutely. Okay. Hey, There's no way to defend him.
His point production is not why we're saying he sucks. It's the shot selection and how bad they are. That's a totally different thing. The equivalent of that would be Deshaun Watson missing people by 10 yards.
But kid, guess what? If next season Russ goes to Houston or wherever let's be real, it's only Houston he can go to. They've got the only piece that you can move in the NFL. If next season Russ goes to Houston and all of a sudden he's 25 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists again, everybody's going to forget that he sucked last year because he proved it again. So like, it's not surprising to say it's a prove it thing because the season before Russ was putting up numbers, and everybody was like, he got Washington to the playoffs. Great player. And then this year, he sucks. And everybody's turning.
His style
like,
of
that's
play.
Sports now.
His style of play has been figured out. If you notice, the people with that exact style of play, barreling into the lane, the drive and kick, are not as nearly effective as they were in their MVP seasons. James Harden is a great example of that. Had a very similar process, barrel into the lane, try to get that foul. They took that away. He struggled a lot. He's starting to figure it out now because he has a dynamic weapon with Embiid that gives him a little more leeway, and they have some shooters around him. But even still, in certain transitional points, he doesn't look nearly the same as the same James Harden as we saw. Russell Westbrook hasn't evolved his game. His game hasn't evolved. He's not a better shooter than he was in OKC. He's not. And his basketball IQ was not better than it was when he was in OKC.
But my point isn't that. I don't. Okay, Russ is bad this year. What I'm saying is,
it's not just this year. His game in itself has been figured out, and unless he dramatically changes, I'm not going to. Even if he averages more on Houston, he still sucks to me. That's just a fact.
That's to you. But the narrative is not a fact. It's your opinion. But the narrative is.
It's a very good opinion that the world's going to hold.
The narrative will absolutely change on Russ if Russ gets Houston into the playoffs again next season.
If Houston gets into the playoffs next year, it won't be because of Russ. It's going to be because of the stars they already have there that are coming into their own. Christian Wood, Sengun, who's going nuts right now. You forgot what's that boy named Green. There's so many other pieces there. Now, could he assist in that? Could he aid that? Sure. But guess what? Houston could have been in the playoffs if they played John Wall.
Going nuts for a solid 15 wins.
Houston would have probably had a chance at the playoffs if they played John Wall.
Yeah, going nuts for a solid 15 win. Whatever. What I'm saying is the narratives change on. I don't care about Russ. Like you turn this into a Russ conversation. I'm talking about.
I'm debating.
I'm talking about how narratives change season to season. Like saying Deshaun Watson has to prove it is not a ridiculous statement because guess what? He didn't play last season, and everybody will turn on him if he doesn't play well this season. Baker Mayfield didn't play well this season.
And look at
what? Now Baker Mayfield can't play.
Look how they treat him.
The only reason why I had a problem with that statement was because, and I said it was time to get petty, and you said it wasn't. He played hurt for them.
Who?
Baker did.
Oh yeah.
Baker played hurt for them. The year before that, they went to the playoffs and absolutely stumped out.
And where they at now?
Steelers. And I understand. I understand. Deshaun is better than him. I fully understand that because Deshaun is a winner, right? What I don't get is why not just grant this man trade request? Because now it looked like to me, and it looked like to me, if you are out on Deshaun, you're trying to double back, and that's just not going to work. I can't.
You know what? This is the thing, right? I'm not going to begrudge a team for trying to get better.
No, I'm not either.
If your feelings are hurt because we're trying to get better, you know how you prove me wrong? You play better. The Green Bay Packers drafted their next quarterback because they thought that Aaron Rodgers wasn't going to get better. You know what Aaron Rodgers did? F y'all, I'm going to go win 2 MVPs, and then I'm going to make you pay me what I'm worth, and now I'm back.
Right.
This man just signed it. Y'all realize he just signed a $50 million deal. He's 34 years old. How old is he?
38.
He's what?
38.
Y'all realize that, right? He just signed a $50 million deal. He's 38 years old. You know what that is right now? Whether he wins again or not, that's FU money. That's FU money. That's what you do. Don't go whining and they wanted a better quarterback than me. You know what you do when they want a better quarterback than you? You go prove that you're a better quarterback than the quarterback they want.
But he can't do.
There's no competition in the
thing about that is though.
This the thing.
He can't do that.
Why? Is he not going to be healthy next year?
No, he played a hurt for them. So in order for me to do that, in order for me to set you up, you need to grant my trade request so I can go ball. And you're not going to do that.
No, you don't. You know why? Because after they didn't get Deshaun, they said, okay, our quarterback is Baker Mayfield.
Forget that.
You know, you know what? I have to say this. I have to agree with Pat. That's the business of football. That owner, that GM, their responsibility is to the other people on the team.
He's not going to step foot in that locker room.
Why? If he doesn't step foot in that locker room, they're going to find him. He's going to do himself a disservice.
I'm not disagreeing with you right there.
But this the thing. You know why Deshaun Watson could do what Deshaun Watson did?
Because he's that dude.
You get to do that when you're that dude.
Right.
And when your organization legitimately, see, you can't compare apples to apples with that. Deshaun's organization turned on him.
Yep.
Deshaun's organization set him up. Ain't nobody having a conversation, but all them masseuses that all of a sudden got cases that popped up magically when he wants out of there are provided by who?
But right. No, I'm
see, didn't nobody want to have that conversation with none of that when all this stuff pop up. But now, you know what I'm saying? We're not gonna go too deep in it. But for me, he's not the same player. I'm sorry, Baker Mayfield. Yes, we did want a better player. You know why? Because you okay, but that dude's a god. Yeah, I want my team to be looking to get better, whether Baker's feelings are hurt or not. So if Baker wants to prove that he's better and he wants to get that FU money like Aaron Rodgers did, we can say we want about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers said, oh, okay, I'll be here. Yeah, I'm going to hold y'all high. I'm going to make y'all feel like I'm not coming back. I'm going to do it. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get on that field and I'm going to ball out.
To be honest with you, though, I don't think, even if that is true, let's say that he did step back into the locker room, like you saying, to go ball, right? I don't think the players will do it because the players don't trust him. We talked about it. Odell left.
He got new players. He got a whole new starting wide receiver to work with that we wanted. He got a whole new starting wide receiver that we said is enough.
He got to hit him. He got to hit him. We both agree he's not that dude.
But you have to. There's competition. Let me ask you this. You think you was ever going to bring another shooting guard in there and Kobe Bryant was going to say, "No, yeah, let's see if he better than me"?
Absolutely not. Heck no.
He was going to be like, "Oh, yeah, this your replacement?" And he's done it. Oh, this the dude that's coming. Get on the court.
Nah, so you saying that he shouldn't? Because
no, what I'm saying is
I'm not trying to take one side or the other.
What I'm saying is we shy away from competition in sports, and last time I checked, that's what sports is about. When people come, guess why the football players didn't lead a field back in the day? Guess why they played through injury? Guess why they did all of it, went the extra mile for their team? Because they knew in a moment's notice, that dude right there that's younger, faster, better, stronger could take my job if I'm not on the field performing.
Are you saying
now you shouldn't have to play through like life-threatening injuries? But you should have to have the element of competition.
That's the only point I'll give him, though. That's the only point I'll give him.
Are you saying that his feelings were hurt and that there's crying in football?
Yeah.
There's
absolutely.
no crying in football.
That's crying in football?
Hey, that's baseball, first off. But
I know that.
we're talking about a player who legitimately heard that they wanted Deshaun. I don't know what my future is going to be. And then they said, we're sticking with Baker because we can't get Deshaun Watson. Well, I don't want to be here anymore.
Well,
quit crying.
I mean, there's a such thing as politics, discretion. You know, you should do everything in your power to improve your football team. But, you know, I guess if
there's no discretion no more.
No, I'm just saying
you couldn't at least let him know, though.
No, you don't have to let him know anything. You just don't put it all the way out there that like all of us went behind your back to go holler at this dude versus, you know, now, hey, by the way, sorry about that, bro. Here, well, you know, play with us. There's some politics to it.
Hey, guess what? Prove it. They drafted Aaron Rodgers' replacement. Now, whether he could play or not, they drafted that kid because they thought he was going to be the next era. You know what Aaron said? He'll never step foot on this field.
Yeah, but watch, if anything, if it's going to be the same thing as Aaron Rodgers. He sat for 5 years. The dude mastered the system.
He sat for 3. He sat for 3.
Was it 3 years or 5?
Okay. No, Aaron sat for 5.
It was 5 years.
Jordan Love sat for 3.
5.
No, Aaron sat a long time.
It was 5.
He did the same thing Brett Favre did to him. Brett Favre was like, I don't know if I want to come back. I don't know. And then, because that's Lovey. He was still here. Favre was still here when Lovey, because Lovey was like, we can beat Green Bay. He couldn't beat Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, you're right.
Couldn't beat Aaron Rodgers, brother.
He couldn't beat Aaron. He could beat Brett.
Hey, he came in. He said, we can beat Brett Favre. Who's that?
Yeah, but Favre still had a stranglehold of the quarterback position for years. But
and listen, I'm not about shying away from competition. I want competition. You know why I wasn't tripping yesterday when they were talking about possibly bringing or talking to another quarterback? And because you need competition in your quarterback room. You need competition at every position on the field. You know what that breeds? The best players. You know what happens when you don't have competition, or when you take people's feelings into account when you're trying to run a business? You put people on the field that are injured.
I have to challenge you a little bit on the quarterback, because the old statement was, if you have two quarterbacks, you have none. You should only have one quarterback, the guy running the team, period. And we can't have, because what you don't want is the clamoring that if he makes a mistake, then you got to bring somebody else in. We've personally lived with this for probably almost 20, 30 years.
Well, no, we've never had one. That's very different.
No, but we have. We've had it where, okay, Rex Grossman yanking for Kyle Orton. If it wasn't this, it was Shane Matthews. If it was,
that ain't a quarterback.
I'm saying what we had. Your point was, if we have somebody pushing each other because if someone doesn't do a good job, you need the guy. Baker
I agree with you, but right now you haven't proven that you have the guy. Justin hasn't proven that he's the guy.
But you built this team around him.
It's built
you're
around
building
him.
this team around him. So you should give him more confidence in that. They need to do more in the sense of making sure that line is absolutely tight.
And
I like what they have done.
Yeah.
But there's still more to do. There's still a lot more for the Bears to do to ensure that this kid has success. And so, like, I don't agree with them doing it so soon. That's
and listen, this is the thing. He didn't draft him yet. Like we said yesterday, they just talking. They just having a little conversation on the side. Yeah, I'm saying he met at
they don't go together yet. You know,
they ain't got no relationship right now. He met Shorty at the car wash. Yeah, I'm saying she was out there.
It doesn't send the right message at all. It doesn't send the right message at all. It doesn't send the right message at all. And the one thing we have to remember too is we're in a different generation. Like, everything you said was spot on. But guess what? That NFL doesn't exist anymore. That NFL is gone. People are going to be in their feelings. People are going to be emotional because that's where we are. And so the sooner you embrace that and understand, hey, that you have to have just as much EQ as IQ in these situations when you're dealing with all of these players, especially your star players, then that's when you're going to see organizations really thrive. And the organizations that are thriving are those who get it. They get it from an EQ perspective.
What I will say, this is the thing, though. That NFL doesn't exist anymore for who? Like back in the day, like
free agency is
early 2000s. Tom Brady couldn't have said, "I want to dictate what's going on the team."
The money changed it.
Yes, the money did change, but it's about like you got to realize, like, most of the players on your field don't get top money. Most of the players on your football team are making between $3 to $5 million, and a lot more of them are making in the 100,000s. The upper 100,000s, but 100,000.
So like that applies, and players being able to speak out at any moment changes it.
Yeah, but you got to understand that applies for Antonio Brown, because Antonio Brown's really good at football. That applies for Deshaun Watson. That applies for Tom Brady. That applies, like, if who's my man, Justin Jones, decides, like, oh, I don't like how things are going here and this ain't working. And my boy, you got 3 sacks in your whole career. You don't really have a position to speak right now.
But also
that's how the current NFL is. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but
the players union,
the players about it is too, though. Like, just to go back to the Becky situation real quick. He asked for 20. The other reason why I said what I said was he asked for 20 M's, and you said you wasn't finna pay him. So if you're not finna pay me, I gotta slide, right?
No, because you're still under contract.
What were you trying to say? What was you trying to say, bro?
Well, 2 things. I want to apologize to the Windy City Breeze Nation. I was incorrect. I'm sorry. Roger sat for 3 years. The chats, I see it. So whether it's 3 or 5, he sat. My point is,
they came out aggressive on you a little.
But no. Hey, I can admit when I'm wrong. See, I don't have an ego about it.
It was 3.
Yeah, it was 3. You were correct. I was incorrect. I thought it was 5. The point was he sat for a while. The second point was that also the game changed. The players' union that's changed everything. The free agency, all this stuff has given them more freedom than before. It was more restrictive back then with the old football about you could keep a player. Now you got all these options. So the money and the players' union has changed how the players dictate and move the game today. That's why it won't ever be the same.
Yeah. And I agree with that, but let's be real about who it's for. It's for the Deshaun Watson.
No, it's for any person who's considered valuable in your organization.
No. Yeah. That's true.
It's for any person that's considered valuable, but
value.
What is value based on?
Value, depending on your position, is ranked higher if you're a QB and a receiver and things of that nature.
Sure.
But guess what? If you are one of the best safeties in the league, guess what? You have that power. If you're one of the best at your position, if you're top 10 at your position, yeah, you're going to have that. Here's the thing: 10 years ago, you didn't have that power.
100%.
We messed it up, in my opinion.
What I'm saying is
that should be your stars have that leeway. So we're not saying anything special.
Well, no, what they did.
What I'm saying is that we were comparing Baker's situation to what Deshaun did. That's not the same situation.
What makes it the same is the simple fact that the Browns didn't win a game until Baker got there.
Right.
The Browns lost a lot with Baker too.
You said
they built a decent
They built a team around him that was successful, and they fired their entire coaching staff halfway through a season. And then the Browns started figuring it out. They didn't start winning until Kevin Stefanski got there.
They were teetering.
Right, yeah. True, but the thing is, Baker asked for him though.
Yeah, Baker asked for him. Like, I give you that. We're here.
Asked for him though, and then I went out and I played hurt for you. The season before that, they just ran through the Steelers.
Hey, Stefan, I agree with you, but they said we now want Baker to be our quarterback. Let me ask you this: you're running the team. You want Baker or Deshaun?
I want Deshaun.
Okay, so if you got an opportunity to get Deshaun at the expense of Baker's feelings, what you doing?
Right.
I'm going to grab Deshaun, but what I'm saying is at the same time, if that does not work, you have burnt that bridge for me when I have you have to
No,
think
he didn't.
about no wait.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't, because
you have to think about how many times have you said this year, think about where we were before. Where were the Browns?
They were trash.
Before Baker got there, were they making the playoffs?
There's a difference between having EQ and IQ. Look at what Atlanta did with Matt Ryan when they went after Deshaun Watson. They've already addressed this with Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan ain't out there in his feelings. Matt Ryan is a much better QB than Baker Mayfield. Time out, Ringo. Time out.
He's led them to a Super Bowl. He's led them to a Super Bowl.
He's a much better QB than Baker Mayfield. He has a stronger pedigree. Matt Ryan right now could compete with some of the best in the league statistically, and
Matt Ryan could take Baker's job if we being real.
Like if Matt Ryan walks through the Browns facility and says, "I want to be here, let's make it work," he has the job.
The thing is, Baker, he's almost at the standpoint of like how DeMarcus Cousins was trying to get all this big money, right? He gets hurt, and now he lost it. He can't get the money. The problem is he thinks that he is more valuable to the Browns, and the Browns are willing to pay him a crazy. It's like even Trubisky. Was Trubisky worth? Nah. Yeah, because they didn't pick up his 5th-year option, right?
Yeah,
they would have to pay him how much money? They had to pay him dang near.
He was asking for 20.
Right, they don't want to pay that type of money, commit to that they don't even think he's going to be around. He's injured. He's injured goods. He has to prove it. So whether and then I was watching something this morning where they're like nobody wants him.
But the question is, why not just let me move around to go sit in?
Hey, because
nobody wants him because he has to be traded.
No, because this is the thing. I gotta trade you. I need a quarterback.
Yeah. What am I going to get?
I need somebody that's going to play.
You got the 13th pick in the draft. You better go grab Malik Willis.
I need a quarterback that plays in the NFL. I don't need at a minimum, Baker's a mediocre quarterback that can play in the NFL every week if he's healthy.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, all I know is
Like, I need a quarterback. Like, I'm not.
he-
This is the thing, right? We feel like organizations now should just acquiesce to everything that the players feel, and that's not how it's going to work when you're not that top guy. You know why the Texans had no option on Deshaun Watson? Because Deshaun Watson said, I'm not going to play here again. And he knows that every team in the NFL was opening up their books. Heck, the Chicago Bears was trying to get calls in on Deshaun Watson, and they were making a decision on their quarterback.
Yeah, I think what the league did, they kind of they made the empowerments for the quarterback. When they did the last thing with the whole player, NFLPA nonsense, where the quarterback got all of it, which is why, like Aaron Rodgers, they know that if you're a quarterback, you run the whole show. Then you put a no trade clause in your stuff too.
And this is the thing too: the NFL is not the NBA, y'all. We gotta understand. Like, players legitimately cannot have the same length careers because there's some people that are trying to kill you.
All of them are trying to kill you.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
there's people on the other side who are legitimately trying to kill you. So, like, with this, you don't want an unhappy, not locked in QB. You know what him not being locked in is going to do? Probably end his NFL career. You probably should lock in if you're going to run on that field.
Yeah.
I will say this. Professionals have already talked about this. He's going to get traded. When a QB, a disgruntled QB at that, says that they want to go, it's in your best interest for them to go. And Baker knows that. So I do agree that he's going to be traded, right? I do agree that has to happen. Unfortunately, what we have started to see is organizations say, nah, we're okay. And the Browns have the power to do that.
I would bet Baker's
Baker's
the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns this year.
Yeah, where else they gonna go?
I would bet Baker is the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns this year.
Because watch they mess around and draft Malik Willis.
They might still draft Malik Willis. You know why? Because now you know Baker don't want to be there. And guess what? I'm not picking up your option if you don't want to be here. But right now, you still under contract, brother. You going to be here.
And guess what? Baker can't pull a Ben Simmons.
He ain't got that. Well, he do got the advertisement money. His money long. I ain't going to mess with Baker. Baker money long out here. Hey, kid, let's be real. You ain't turned on one football game in the last 4 years that Baker Mayfield ain't popped up on your screen.
That's a fact. They not only do they have him on the contract though, but you know what would be just as petty? They franchise him.
Yeah, but I don't think his money is that.
I wouldn't do that.
He needs this. This is the contract he needs.
Yeah, this is the
big one.
This is the year he needs to prove that, hey,
is when his money's
a better
long.
quarterback, so that other teams will pay him dumb money.
So not only does he have to play, he's in between a rock and a hard place because the Browns have all the narratives behind him. You're not an adult. Look at you couldn't make it work with good talent. Stuff like that. We put everything around you. Your team doesn't even like you. Like no one has came out into his defense, sincerely. So at this point, guess what?
After they won the Super Bowl, that was over it. I thought they won the Super Bowl, that was over.
Hey, listen. I'll tell you this right now. When none of the players come to your defense, I gotta call some validity into it because, like, when John Gruden got fired and you saw the black players just like, I was like, dog, oh wow, like you going hard like that, brother. Like
it's a slippery slope to take that position that he had. So you have to perform, otherwise it's all gonna come right back on you if you don't. He is an overinflated sense.
I wouldn't have did that though while he was hurt. Like looking back at it, if you were hurt and then I come out and say that Odell was the reason, and then you still go out and stink it up.
Yeah, hey,
I probably.
Don't cash checks. Don't cash checks with your mouth that you can't sign.
Yeah,
like do that when you healthy, not when you hurt. Because now you just look dumb.
even if you healthy, don't cash checks that you can't sign. You know why? Because I don't know if people know this, but I can see you.
I see you.
I can see you missing Odell Beckham Jr.
It's a whole 20-minute video out here on YouTube.
I see it on the field consistently.
Yeah, he's an average QB that thinks he's better because of his personality, and they're looking at it like we're not going to commit this type of crazy money to you.
And the fans, and I'll be the first to admit, I told Pat I thought Baker was going to come in here and kill.
I like Baker. I wanted him to.
After that, what, second year, I was like, nah. He just not to do it, and then once I seen that they basically tried to turn him into Jimmy G with the way that they was running the offense, I was like, all right, well, that was fine. And then ever since then, he just went down.
Yeah,
but he got hurt.
I do feel like
he's been hurt.
Need to try to explore a trade.
Yeah, he's a little dude, and he got hurt. He kind of reminds me of Rex Grossman, like that short, stocky, huh?
Who picked up Tyrod?
Giants.
Oh, that's what I thought. He said Ringo not tripping since they just picked up Tyrod. I thought he was talking about the Browns. I was like, didn't the Giants get him?
You guys did see that they're not getting that defensive tackle, right?
Yeah, we broke that down. What's your thoughts on that, man? What's your thoughts on? To me, I like that the Bears aren't just doubling down on, oh my God, we have to have this guy. Like, don't you feel like, Jay, you've been watching much longer than all of us. I mean, you've been watching football since like the 40s or something like that. So, yeah, I'm saying Jay saw the good years. Jay saw the 60s.
He got his GM hat on too.
You know what I'm saying? Doesn't it feel like the Bears in the past would have signed him to avoid embarrassment? I.e. what we've seen with Robert Quinn, what we've seen the Bears do when they brought in Pernell McPhee, and it was a huge announcement when they brought a lot of these guys that they weren't really healthy coming in, and then they were like, well, just get them because the news is already out there.
I don't know. I feel like they tipped their hat to get a person to fill a spot, and then it backfired. So now they got to probably go to the draft because who else is going? Who are they going to get? Who are they going to get? So I don't know if they didn't do a good job of scouting and to command this. And my age, I'm 42. I'm not that old. I don't even know how I don't know how old you are, Jay Crip, but they ride me all the time.
Hey, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. This is black people at they find. He really didn't know. He's like, this dude could be 75 years old right now. We just don't know. Hey, black people at their finest, dog. I love it. I just.
But I relate to the 50s. I relate to Jay Crip more than I relate to the younger guy.
Kind of depends on what we're talking about. Yeah, I mean, well,
how do you relate to somebody 16 years older than you, but not because 10 years younger than you?
Because he's.
His mentality is like that, though.
Because
like
he's more
Jay
of the
definitely
uncle.
Is an old school mindset.
Yeah, because I grew up more around the uncles and older guys that I was cool with to hang with them versus I looked at y'all like y'all my little brothers. So that's the thing.
He tried not to sun us. I like it.
I don't. Do I really son you? I don't son you guys. I respect you guys a lot. You know, just listen to what I tell you to do.
Sit here, look at that camera, switch.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But no, I mean, do you feel like the Bears made a mistake in the signing, or do you feel like it could have been a good signing, but more credit to them for not just going through with it? Because we've seen them do that.
That's what I'm saying. Someone didn't do a good job of scouting that he wasn't healthy.
But even with that, right? Like I always look at when Quinn came in. When Quinn came in, now granted, it was COVID. You really couldn't do a lot of physical stuff like that. But you knew he was coming off an injury last year or the year before he came in, and you were like, you healthy? What the player going to say? Yeah, I'm healthy.
I mean, the anticipation is all of them are healthy when you agree to a contract. My point was just, okay, if he was supposed to fit this void or this that's not an easy position to fill. So I just hope that there's a backup plan. I don't know if you could just go out and just get someone else to play the 3 technique, position at that, because at 7 sacks.
I think this is your starter right here. Now I don't know if you saw this. They did sign Justin Jones on a 2-year deal from the Chargers. I'm looking at highlights right now on him. I mean, he good run stopper, at least in the highlights.
Hopefully,
he's your probably your 3 technique. He lit up Big Phil from the mill. I tell you that right now. Good Lord, he hit that.
I mean, hopefully, I mean, if he got him on a bargain deal and he can use that money from somewhere else, because it was $40 million for the other guy, and now you said a 2-year deal.
Yep.
But that doesn't scream, when you sign them to 1- and 2-year deals, that doesn't scream a real starter. That's like a stopgap, you know. So we'll see if he fits the mold. He could. I mean, is it that this is the accident where you meant to get this guy? This guy becomes the all-pro that we've been looking for, and then because it's like Hicks. Hicks was a very unknown player, and then all of a sudden he turns into, he's pretty much a perennial. He's a very good player for, barring injury. You know, he was a really good player.
Yeah. It was to me, like, I look at, I like that we're not making the same mistakes that we were making. And I feel like this is one where in the past the Bears would have been like, hey, let's double down. Okay, we got him. Whatever. You're not healthy, you can get healthy here.
I don't know if they get much credit for just, they moved on so good. You know, I don't know.
No, but I do give them credit for doing their job, because we've seen Muggs not do their job.
Well, who are you talking about that they signed and then they just basically stole money like that?
That's the same thing we did with Pernell McPhee. Pernell McPhee came in injured when we got him.
He played well and then got hurt.
He played, but he was hurt in Baltimore. That's why Baltimore let him go.
Yeah, but he still played. I mean, I don't think anybody they got really was like they didn't. He just didn't. This guy didn't pass his physical. I was more worried that, are you going to be able to replace this position that you're looking for? But most of the guys that they signed, I don't think they've made the past mistakes is drafting injured players. Period.
Even that, right? Like, you look at it and it's like the Bears mindset to me has always been, hey, we'll get you because we see your upside. If you're healthy, you'll achieve that. And that's a scary thing to do with big people that have to run into people.
This is confirmed. The Bills have released him.
Star Latui or whatever his name is. Well, he's probably done. All we want is, like, you got to get these. Can we build this team? But you have a 3-year window, basically, to build a team. So, are we going to get a guy that's 25 or 24 in the draft? If you're fortunate, can we get a draft a rookie and we get 6 to 8 years out of this person?
Money wise, where do you go now?
Say money wise.
Money wise, where do you go now? You got the money back. like all of a sudden we got 40 M's that's not allocated anymore.
But there's nobody out there screaming to get. I mean, there's the Taron Armstead is out there, safety's there. I mean, I feel like you'd have to basically, who's the best available free agent? Because other than that, it's the draft.
Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah, but he's a free safety. We already have that
out there.
We need a strong safety. We need that John Lynch, Mike Brown. That's the safety that fits this 4-3. So there's nobody out there.
You do need it in the 4-3 fact.
You need in that cover too.
Yeah.
But there's nobody out there like that. So if they got a stopgap by signing this dude, okay, great. What are they going to do with those number 2 second round picks?
Yeah.
Because you can get you can get 2 starters out of there.
You can get 2 solid starters out of second round picks.
What do you think?
It's about can you find them?
Just shifting gears here, because I know we after a while we're going to beat this topic to death. So just shifting gears, like, what do you do if you're Carolina? You've just been informed that you're out of the race for Deshaun Watson. What do you do if you're Carolina?
What Baker got going on?
Oh, Collins. Yeah. Thank you, Dwayne Smith. He's the only one that at 28 years old. He's only here for the Landon Collins would be good. Yeah, but
Landon Collins mad injury prone though.
But he's really talented if he's still healthy. I didn't bring him up the other day when we were on the show because the injury prone stuff definitely came up.
So injury prone, bro. Has Landon Collins played a full season yet?
The thing with Landon Collins is, like, now, I mean, he's a good strong safety. You can move him from a strong safety to middle linebacker. But it's like you said, bro is mad injury prone. He's one of the smarter players when he's on the field, but just the percentage of snap has been
actually
down.
You know what? In his defense, he played 13 games last year. 7 games. He was injured. Well, 2020 was 2020. He played 15 games in 2019. He played 12 games in 2018, 15 in 2017, and he played all the 15 and 16 seasons. So he may not be as effective because he's there, but maybe he's not the same guy he was when he was killing for New York.
Well, and I think that's the.
But he might not be in the right system.
That's what I was gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Like he really got on the Commanders, the commies. He really got on the Commanders at their worst time when their defense started to trend the other direction, which is wild to me. I don't get that at all. Let me tell you that right there. Y'all want to know what scheme means? There are literally 7 players on the Commanders defense that we would have been like, no, that's a starting like star in this NFL.
Dude.
And Chico got there and none of them can play anymore.
Dude, why are they playing this dude at linebacker? He's 6 feet, 218 pounds.
Because he came in as a hybrid.
No, he's a safety. That's a safety, not a linebacker's a 230, 245.
Now I will go ahead.
He's too small to play linebacker. That's a safety. 6 feet, 218, 220. No, unless they line about his weight because that's not big enough.
We talking about Ron. We talking about Ron. Ron going.
I know you know Chico going to be like, get out there and play. Hey man, that's not my position. Play the position. All right, I bet. Yeah, I got you.
I would see if the money's there. Yeah, if they ended up getting this other guy, then if you could. Landon Collins, I would actually that would move the needle for me if they got Landon Collins.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Best season 2016 with the Giants. Balled out over there, 5 interceptions. A long time ago. Y'all haven't had a winning season since he left.
Come on, bro.
I had to just do the math right there.
We're gonna have to get all our sound effects together. We gotta get troll music.
Hey, I had to do the math right there. Y'all ain't had a winning season since he left the building.
Because I think a lot of things hinge on where Deshaun plays, and ultimately when the QBs are figured out, a lot of these other names will drop.
Yeah.
Seattle, I think, is going to deal DK.
Like
no
a
reason
full
for them to stay
rebuild.
either.
They
They might as well go full rebuild.
Well, that you're right. I mean, we don't know. We don't even know if
how they get out on Watson.
Say what?
They don't have
nothing
nothing
they get out
to do.
on Watson.
Who?
The Seahawks, like they were like all excited to go full in on Watson. They had all these picks. They literally have the best package to offer, and then all of a sudden it was just like, yeah, that's okay.
Dude, Deshaun Watson is going to be exactly where he's right now, on
Atlanta.
The best quarterback on a bad team, because they done gave everything up to get him everywhere. He's not going to be able to, like, if he goes to Atlanta, do they really have the pieces for him? If they're going to give up all these draft picks.
Offense, yeah. Well, you don't have the pieces to build up the defensive side of the ball that you need to build up.
You don't have anything. He has. Where's he gonna go when they're trading everything in the farm to get this dude? Heck no. I don't see it.
Well, Atlanta has a little more leeway than this. I think going to the Saints would be a mistake because the Saints are in a much worse situation.
They got no money. They are poor.
He said the Saints are not in contention. It's basically Atlanta. He wants Atlanta.
So, like, Atlanta makes sense just because of the situation with Matt Ryan and what they would have paid him and stuff like that. It kind of works out more to be able to take on his contract and still put pieces around him.
Yeah.
Well, it will win for
Atlanta
him.
is going to be part of, I can suspect, a 3-team trade, to be honest with you. I think that it's going to end up being a 3-team trade that puts him not in the Texans, but with another team. I have this feeling that it will.
I don't think Matt Ryan goes to the Texans at all.
Heck no.
First off, I'd hate to see that. I would hate to see that. Don't do that to Matt.
Well, I think he would actually probably be in a better spot if they sit there and trade him over there and draft picks. They have an okay defense. They have some pieces. Like Matt Ryan should be like, thank you. I'm saying the Texans.
The Texans?
They got a defense with Lovey over. Lovey had them.
Now you do got a defense coming back in his second year. I'll give you that. You got a defense coming back under Lovey in his second year. I give you that.
Yeah, they got a coach. I mean, Lovey was a good coach. He just had problems with the offensive side of the game. Well, we knew he could do his defensive thing. He's going to have them competitive. They're going to get armed with draft picks. If I'm Matt Ryan, thank you. I would rather go to the Texans because they got some of the pieces. and draft picks. Man, do it. Let me see. What do they have now?
I don't know. I don't know if I'd rather go to the Texans, dog.
Then who? Who would you rather him go to? They talking about Indianapolis, but for what? Well, how would he even get there?
I don't know. He make a lot of money too. Matt Ryan contract ridiculous. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but how are they gonna get him there?
Hey, Matt makes stupid money. Hey, it would have to be in a situation like Kids said. You would have to have
it's a trade.
Indianapolis.
Bro, look at
this is the thing. This
Look
is the
at
thing.
this.
Indianapolis is desperate. So I could see him getting there. They got 63 million and nobody to give it to.
Dude, if I'm Matt Ryan, I'm saying yes, I'm going to Houston. They got the 3rd pick overall. Okay, like they could probably get them a solid. Let's look. I'm gonna look at the rest of the team. Go ahead. I'm about to pull this up.
I wouldn't do the Texans. Now, it's like I said though. Indy is desperate. So to me, the only team, if you're Atlanta, right, the only team I'm calling is Indy.
They're not.
It's Indy. It's Indy.
The only team I'm calling is Indy. They desperate. They got $63 million to pay somebody.
The only other team I would see him going to would be the Seahawks because they desperately need a QB.
The Seahawks have nothing. Why would I even
the
go?
Seahawks don't have it.
Well, the Seahawks can send you picks and players because they just got all the picks for.
Well, picks and DK.
They got all the picks for Russ.
They got all the picks for Russ.
And then Matt
DK
Ryan
don't make
goes
enough
to
money
die.
yet, though. DK don't make enough money yet. Y'all got to understand. You got to find somebody on that team to make the money work. Matt Ryan makes a lot of money.
Hey, listen, that money gets offset with them picks. Them 2 firsts right there.
Hey, not that much. What's his contract right now? Unless they front loaded his contract. I remember Matt Ryan making a stupid amount in a single season. When he was the highest paid quarterback when he got his contract, didn't he?
At one time, but that doesn't mean everything is NFL history.
Oh no, it was front loaded.
It was front loaded.
It was
everything is NFL. Everything's NFL history for like an hour. I mean, NFL history, and we just made history tomorrow.
Oh, that cap hit. Well, the cap hit is different, but
16. Yeah, his cap hit is ridiculous. Hey, this is the thing. Also, I want to know how they're gonna pull this off. You want to talk about making money work? I want to know how they're gonna pull this off. Y'all realize his dead cap right now, and his cap hit is 48 million. That's his cap hit. The dead cap is 40 million.
Hey,
I want to see how they.
That's the part I don't understand. The dead cap part.
Dead cap is so that you can't get people in and just trade them. So I can't get you in here and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna send you to this team now because I'm done with you. Because I made a signing and you no longer have value to me.
He has to go to Indy. They're the only team that can sustain it.
He's still doing his
this is the thing. Your dead cap don't move.
Yeah, you're stuck with that.
Your dead cap is on you unless a team agrees to take it on.
Oh, he got a 5-year, $150 million contract. Ow!
Hey, when he got it, he was absolutely worth it.
He's still worth it.
I think he's still worth it. Hey,
he's still worth it.
There's nothing about his game that tells me he's fell off, but
he's 30. I am old. Dang, geez, he's 37. That's crazy. 38. This is crazy to remember all these guys and be like, I could play with them, or Urlacher is my generation. Like, it's like, wow.
Man, that's how I feel watching somebody whole career.
Yeah. And then see their kids coming to the league.
Like for the first time, like watching Kobe's whole career is mind blowing to me. Like, I'm like, I grew up with Kobe, and Kobe grew up with me.
It's gonna be crazy when Bronny gets to the league, though.
Right. Yeah, seeing kids get into the league, bro. Seeing Kenyon Martin Jr.
The coaches,
bro, Kenyon Martin Jr.
Seeing Kenyon Martin Jr.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey, I'm like, and it's sad, dog, because then you look at it and you're like, man, you ain't better than your dad.
That's like Patrick Ewing Jr. He made it to the league.
I didn't even know he made it to the league, bro.
He made it.
Hardaway Jr.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Well, he's not. He's decent. Yeah, he can score. He's a
Tim Hardaway Jr. a bucket.
Yeah, but he's one of the few. Well, Steph Curry. Steph are the sons of Dell. Dell was just an average cat. At least Michael Thompson's son with Clay. This is like, those guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, I would, if I'm Matt Ryan, take me to Houston. they're equipped with draft picks too. Atlanta gives up their picks.
Yeah.
He's 37. He got a shot to at least he's got about a 3-year window before he probably retires at 40.
Man, I don't know. Matt Ryan ain't been hit a lot. Like we keep saying Muzz retiring at 40, but like this is a new age of quarterbacks that if you're not getting hit, you surviving.
Hey, that's true. Hey, plus, you know he got them 3 scrambles a year where it's like, okay, what was that?
Like, I mean, you think about it, right? Think about the dudes that
Sorry, Jay Chris.
Better Phil Rivers to me.
No. See, that's the difference to me. Think about the dudes that retire early. It's the dudes that either didn't have crazy amounts of talent, like they were just good because they were mad cerebral. Like Phillip Rivers has never been a dude that we've said he can sling this thing down the field 60 yards. Like Phillip Rivers is the dude that it was like Phillip Rivers gonna dot you up all the way up and down this field, and he gonna get the job done, getting to the end zone. Get
killer.
Hey, that's good.
What? Vic retired when he was what, 36?
But I mean, think about it. Like it's all the dudes that like they didn't have crazy mechanics, or they just didn't take care of their body. Like Big Ben retired young. Big Ben was eating Big Macs every day. You can't tell me he wasn't. Like Big Ben ain't lifted a weight in 5 years.
Mike Vick was
too much of the athleticism that his game was his athleticism.
Yeah.
Now that first year in Philly, he could have been probably the greatest quarterback ever because he still had the athleticism with learning to finally throw the goddamn football. If he could have played like that, he murders everything.
Yeah.
That's the scary part. That's Deshaun Watson.
We also don't look at QBs the same from that era. Like we don't look at McNabb and Vic as bad QBs, even though they was definitely completing like 52% of their passes.
Oh no, so McNabb was average and then got worse.
Well, that man McNabb was like,
but he HOF baby.
Who? No, not McNabb.
Not ready to
McNabb
go.
in the hall. Didn't McNabb get in?
Donovan, no, he's
not McNabb.
He was crying and he's out in the. He's trying to make a case to get in the hall.
Oh, is he? I thought McNabb got in. Oh, Vic got in, right?
Vic's not in. Is he?
I thought one of them got in.
Vic's not in the Hall of Fame.
No, Mike ain't there neither.
Yeah, but McNabb is definitely not in that. Yeah, I mean, but if you look at the Dorsett, they don't have any receivers.
No, he definitely not a Hall of Famer.
Amendola, wow, Amendola's still playing. Wow, it's Burkhead. There's Anderson. Anyways, yeah.
Crit said he can buy a ticket. That's the only way he getting into the Hall of Fame, Crit. Crit, hey, listen, and McNabb was so interested, dog, because it was like he could have been better, but he really had such an attitude with the talent that came to his team, no matter who it was, dog. Like he was really threatened by it. He was threatened by anybody telling him, hey, you got to be better. You can't be drinking at 2:00 in the morning when we got a Super Bowl tomorrow. Like, that's a problem all of a sudden.
Shut up and let me run the offense.
Yeah, I'm saying like, all of a sudden that's a problem. Come on, dog. Like, I know he's from the Shy, but dog, like you gotta be better than that, dog.
Is he?
I mean, it seems like the free agency news has calmed down a little bit, y'all. I thought we were gonna have a little more sounders here. Like I said, tough blow. I'll get your opinion on kind of what the topic of the show was. Do you think that Davante Adams leaving the division changes the trajectory of where the Bears end up at all?
No. And only because number 12 is back. He's the reason anything happens. As long as he's there. You know, Davante, they'll get somebody. I mean, so no, it doesn't change anything. What we need for us is the development of Justin Fields enough to take the North? That's what we need.
Yeah,
that's hands down. So,
and do you think? What do you think the Packers end up at now? Now, let's be real. Like, admittedly, and I tweeted this out yesterday. Davante Adams is 31% of Aaron Rodgers' offense. Well, it's not a small percentage. Like Aaron Rodgers attempted 569 passes. I think 169 of them went to Davante Adams. Like he's a huge chunk of his offense. Do you think that ends up bringing Aaron a little more back to earth. Because let's be real, the other dudes on that team, like Davante Adams, still catching at what, a 70% rate, something like that. The other dudes on that team are catching at 50%, 55%, like that. That's a very different offense. I think even Robert Tonyan catches it at a 50% rate.
But I mean, I hate to talk about that team up there that has cheese and it's green, godforsaken, terrible colors. But the reality is they've been able to do it well and transition, and that's something that we strive to be, is someone that can have a competitive team year in and year out. They got a good quarterback.
Yeah.
And I think they will figure it out. So it's not so much the receiver as it is the quarterback play. They have 2 running backs. They're going to use the running backs in their game very heavy. They might actually get better on defense. They still have they got the 22nd and 28th picks in the draft.
Yeah.
So they got 2 first rounders. So who's going to say they don't go and get the replacement? Because you guys were saying it was a Christian somebody, the big 6'4" receiver, or Chris Olave from Ohio State.
Is that Wilkinson? Christian Wilkinson? Or was it Watson?
Christian somebody, some big 6'4".
The problem is Packers don't draft wide receivers in the first round.
You can't say that. We can't say that. That's all a misnomer. Like Bill Belichick never draft. They're going to draft who they got to draft that fits their team. So they may. I'm saying they might.
Hey, Baki, is it okay if I read the because he said he put the info about the Adams situation in the Discord? Is it cool if I read it off?
Yeah, I don't care. Christian Watson, that's his name. Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
So he said, the Adams contract situation stems from last offseason. While on the surface, everyone was focused on Aaron Rodgers. The Packers were having the same issues with Adams. Now I only seen Adam Schefter report on this a couple times last offseason. Adams' agents broke all contract talks because of how far apart they were on the money. Where it gets interesting is that during the season, Adams felt slighted. One, because of being portrayed as only good because of Rodgers, as well as him and Rodgers were a package deal. If Rodgers wasn't true, Adams kept feeling like he was an afterthought based on how Green Bay bent to his every whim. Rodgers had eventually paid him what he wanted. The final straw was watching other Packers players get extensions this offseason while they wanted him to play under the franchise tag. By that point, Adams was disgusted by the Packers' treatment of him and wanted out. It was only when he wanted out that they offered him just as much money as the Raiders. And Aaron Rodgers knew that it was extremely likely Adams was gone when he signed that deal, but figured, let him leave. If he wants to, I'm going to fight for it, which also pissed him off. Adams based it on how much he had Rodgers back doing his drama in Green Bay.
Well, I mean, look out for yourself, right? Am I my brother's keeper?
And it's about, this is the thing, right? Like Adams gets out of there. Y'all realize he signed for less money. Packers offered him more, and it's more of a like, to me, remember Alshon when Alshon Jeffrey went to Philly, right? The Bears offered him the same money, and it wasn't at market value for what Alshon was. Alshon said, and a lot of players do this, I'll play for less, but not for you.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a level of, there's still, look, people still have feelings. People still want to be treated with respect. No one, just because you throw a lot of money at somebody doesn't necessarily mean that, they welcome that. It's all of it. Dignity, respect, pride, all that type of stuff is involved. So even with the Baker thing, even with Davante, right now, the biggest one with the ego was Aaron Rodgers, and he held it up. So, if you can't be on the same page, I mean, you still want to have a level of wanting to play or work like where you work.
Yeah.
You want to be somewhere where you're wanted, not just because it's also ran like here. If you're trying to get the girl, you want the girl to want you as much as I want her.
By the way, I like working here. Hey, nah,
Huff
but
gonna make it real tough when we
that's
fire him
basically
later.
what I was saying that's basically what I was saying in the Discord too, though. I mean, like treatment of the players and everything like that matters. Like, I mean, yeah, he has your back, but I mean, yeah, and then what did you say? That Aaron Rodgers wanted, Gutekunst, stroke his ego a little bit, and then you turn around and it's like I told Baki this morning. I'm like, bro, you see Preston Smith get paid. Then you turn around. There is an ops out. He might be coming back. You turn around, and then Christian Kirk gets paid 84, but I got to threaten to leave for you to pay me the money.
And they was talking about franchise tagging him.
That I should have been getting already.
Now here's the thing I will say, and it's a point that
franchise tag.
It is a point that Joe's brought up. The best wide receiver almost never wins a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they don't. I have 2 points too to that.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I thought you.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So Gutekunst thinks he's Bill Belichick, and Baker Mayfield thinks he's Aaron Rodgers. Where you think he could hold the strings.
But you know what? I'll say this, right? Gutekunst, at a minimum, has put things in place for his team to be successful. He's said, you're not going to hamstring me into making less of a good team so that I have to overpay your buddies. Right. Now, let's be real. What's the harder part to find? Finding another Aaron Rodgers or finding another Davante Adams?
Right. Finding the quarterback is everything.
Yeah. So like, now, did Aaron piss him off, or did he piss Aaron off? And Aaron said, "Oh, I'm 38 years old, and guess what? You're gonna give me $50 million a year." Yeah. Hey, look, you bet on the wrong horse on that one. But if Aaron Rodgers win 2 back-to-back MVPs, in theory, I won as well.
No, and what I'm getting at is Gutekunst, his position is trying to be Belichick-like. So it's dealing with how you deal with. He still did the right thing, because why wouldn't you not have some sense of a backup for your quarterback? What's my term I use for my job? Oh my God, redundancies, right? Yeah. If I'm not going to be hamstrung by this guy, but guess what? It motivated this jerk to play better, didn't it? And and we have a competitive football team, right? But sometimes it's the nuances of dealing with people. So he's trying to be like how Belichick was, and he looks at them as a player, not as a person.
Let's be real. If Jordan showed any ability to play, Aaron Rodgers wouldn't be here.
Right, exactly. If
Jordan showed any talent when he got his opportunities on the field, Aaron Rodgers wouldn't be here.
Right.
Jordan was just that bad. And I'm not saying that you can tell what his career is going to be based on what you saw in those few games, because Aaron Rodgers' first few games weren't great. Mm-hmm. But I can't say, hey, like, I'm 100% in on getting rid of Aaron Rodgers. When I watch Jordan Love go out there and struggle to make plays happen.
Well, see, Pat, it's like in Madden, when you're playing franchise mode. See,
oh, here we go.
And so, if Aaron Rodgers is a 93 and somewhat declining, and Love is an 80, 82, I'm not going to make that move unless you feel like there's potential growth.
I'll say this though. In Madden, there is a regression trait, and we've watched J-Mart hold on to Aaron Rodgers until Aaron Rodgers was still a 90, something like that.
Let's say he went from a
99 passes to a 90. Was not passing the same way. And guess what? Didn't nobody want that, man. J-Mart was offering Aaron Rodgers to everybody. I had doggone, who did I have? Oh, I had Deshaun. But I think Deshaun got hurt, and he was like, you want Rodgers? Nope.
First of all, you can't even talk, because you had 2 prime QBs, both franchises. This man went from Deshaun Watson to Josh Allen.
You got damn right.
But my point is that
even though Jordan Love got a couple of MVPs,
but at the rating scale, let's just say Jordan Love is like an 80, okay? Yeah. But if they saw that he might hit his ceiling at 85 or 88, and Aaron goes from a 97 to a 93. Now I might make that, but he looked like he wasn't going to get there. So until Jordan Love gets to a point, they're still covered because Jordan Love might actually get there. You know, because what is Aaron Rodgers' contract for? 3 years?
Yeah, no, Jordan Love. They would have to re-sign Jordan Love.
Oh yeah, so it's the Tom Brady, Jimmy G thing. You know, good enough to take over, but the politics of the game kept Tom Brady there versus them having Jimmy G to this day.
It's the exact same thing and Muzz don't. This is the thing. Muzz don't give Tom flack on that because Tom was still winning championships. But Tom Brady absolutely was like, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You gonna pick him or me?
But Belichick tried to. He
wanted Jimmy G.
Yeah, but Belichick was looking at it from this is a player. Player A is here and has got to here. I got another guy coming here, and the people, the emotion, the feeling, the politics said we got to keep this guy here.
Hey, the worst thing, possibly for Jimmy G's success in the NFL was the fact that he didn't stay in that same system. Because Jimmy G was running that mug. That mug was balling in that system, and he absolutely could have been that dude. Because it's the thing, Mac Jones might not be the best talent on the field,
but he can. He's system quarterback doing
system quarterback.
It's the system.
There's nothing wrong with that. Some dudes are in that system. System quarterback. And guess what? If he can get back, hey, if I'm Jimmy G, I'm sitting here like, hey, who can I go to? Titans might be a real you dig for him. Who can I go to?
Jimmy G's
not. I still think the Packers should make. I mean, not the Packers. The coach should make a trade for Jordan Love. He only played 2 games.
I don't know if
the Colts could be in on Jordan Love because not Frank, right? What's their GM name? Chris Ballard really wanted him.
Hey, he got the arm talent. The arm talent is there. We just what have you learned while you were sitting there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's interesting to see, man. It's interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the rest of free agency. Unfortunately, Bears don't get Larry Ogunjobi. If you guys are just tuning in with us and rocking with us, hit that like button, by the way, if you're in here, man. Subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. We've broken down a lot of different things, man. Got 105 people still in here, man. We've had like 150 people at the peak, so shout out to y'all for pulling up with the Daily Show, man. Showing big love on that. Switching gears here a little bit. Switching sports here, unless some news breaks. And by the way, we still got the Twitters up. So if some news breaks, first off, Baki's on the payroll. So shout out to Baki. He's watching the skies for us out here, dog. But here's the question. We saw Steph Curry get reported as going out indefinitely after the dive by Marcus Smart.
No problem, bro.
Now, I don't think that the dive was dirty. I think he's trying to make a play. I saw Steve Kerr kind of going at him. I respect Steve Kerr for going at him as well. You know why? That's my star player, and he's hurt indefinitely. I'm going to go at you, too. Whether I think that it's dirty or not, guess what? I'm going to talk some trash to you. I don't think that the hit on Justin Fields that Tevin Jenkins had a problem with was dirty. But you know what I like? Tevin Jenkins going to get in Buddy face, tell him don't hit my quarterback. Both things can be true here. What does this mean for the Golden State Warriors trajectory for the rest of this season if Stephen Curry can't go? And what does this mean for the Western Conference? Is it an easy championship run for Phoenix, or do we see a sneaky team get up in there and be sitting right in the NBA Finals again?
Real quick, I'm gonna let Joe go, but they did say he's supposed to be back for the start of the playoff.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
okay. I didn't see that. I saw out indefinitely.
Yeah, they're saying mid-April, so they'll be all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So could be back. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's all. I mean, to me, it is Golden State against
Phoenix.
Oh yeah, Phoenix. Still got Denver in there, and Jamal. What's his name is coming back?
Jamal could be coming back. Fam, I'm telling you, dog.
I got him on
in
my
the NBA now.
squad.
The injuries in the NBA are so weird, bro. Oh, I'm sure you probably turned the waiver wire off and then immediately when he got Jamal Murray.
No. I just saw the news. I just my updates told me that he's possibly coming back.
Hey, chat, we got to discuss this too. Y'all let us know in the chat. Do y'all like no waiver wire on your fantasy thing? Feel like it's a little bit cheating. I'm not gonna lie to you because it's about who get the news quickest.
Context, chat. Don't listen to him. I had turned the waivers off for the beginning of the draft because the draft had just started. I forgot to turn it back on. I asked the league, what do you think about not turning it back on? They're like, keep them off. Now in basketball, there are no waivers. It's just because you have to do daily pickups all the time.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, you can't afford waivers when you don't last minute. What's her name is not playing. So, thank you.
Feel like it's a little suspect, man. Because every story that broke, it was just all of a sudden you just saw Joel. Just where'd Joel go? Oh, he picking up.
You're not even in my league. What are you talking about?
Picking up about 7 players. Hey, you know why? Because Kid was letting me know.
Hey, no,
I would be like, hey, Kid, what's his name? Just came back healthy. Oh, let me go. God dang it, Joel.
No. The one I missed out on was Drummond. One of the other guys picked up Drummond with the trade because I actually had Drummond. I drafted Drummond for the whole year, and then I gave up on him. And of course, you wait, and then he gets. I'm like, dude, I could have had a 20 rebound.
I might have to see what y'all fantasy league is about. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog.
Yeah,
because
I ain't gonna lie,
y'all, because Kid be getting cooked in y'all leagues. No matter what the league is, that man be getting cooked.
I'm number 2.
We start the Bulls game. That man be, hey man, I picked this player up in fantasy. I picked this player up. I picked this player up.
It's clearly not working.
If he don't say nothing, that means he getting cooked. If he don't say nothing, he getting cooked.
No, I'm in 2 leagues.
Clearly not working.
I'm in 2 leagues, so I drafted. I have Zach in the 1 league. My league, I had like Caruso and some other guys like that. So I got a killer squad. But no, the point is that you can't afford waivers in basketball because there's too many daily updates you got to do.
Yeah. Interesting, man. Interesting.
I got a slot for you guys if you all want to get in there next year in my league. I need
That's okay. I don't do fantasy basketball. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's not my thing.
You call the Bulls games all the time. You can't help but be a part of it. You see it.
Nah, it's okay. I'd rather do. Hey, you know what I do? I do FanDuel. Get in tune with FanDuel, guys. Fantasy side on that. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. You gotta bow. Check the link in the description below on that, man. As we got FanDuel.com as a sponsor. If you sign up with us, man. If you're like me and you don't rock with fantasy basketball, I'm gonna tell you it's the only way to do it. Shout out to y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, showing that love, man. Question. No, just talking about the Steph Curry situation though. Like having him out, and even if he's coming back to the playoffs, I feel like you're not coming back 100% if you're at this point. You get hurt at this point in the season, nobody's really 100%, right? Yeah. How much does that hinder what they're doing? And you have to keep in mind that Steph is having the worst season of his career. Yes, he broke the single season 3-point record, but Stephen Curry is absolutely shooting the worst we've ever seen him shoot in his career.
They're older. I mean, father time is, as they say, undefeated.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. They might only have another year.
Although Brady whooping his.
Nah, not really. He just went to the best team possible.
Shout out to him.
He was smart.
Brady's still beating us.
And Brady can't. By the way, Brady came back because he was like, "Hey, the NFC just got a little easier. The Rams,
and whatever." Brady came back because he was like, "Hey, they talk like this all the time. These mugs don't never shut up."
Nah, he saw an easy path. He's seeing an NFC. He's like, "Yo, it might be easy for me to get back and try to win me another one."
Yeah,
but now the Warriors should be. They're going to be competitive, but I agree with you. I mean, if Steph's rhythm is off, maybe he needs this break to give him some fresh, some legs, so when he's ready for the playoffs, because that could be that too. Draymond's coming back, getting into rounding into form, and that's a big deal is to get him back. So Clay is rounding into shape. He had 38 the other night. They might still, and they have a lot of young guys. Now I haven't checked, but is the rookie is Wiseman? He's the second-year guy.
No, Wiseman is about. NBA
injuries are so weird.
I don't know what's going on with that. I don't.
So they still got Wiggins. They still got
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole. Like they got a lot of guys. So they're actually pretty stacked. They can do what the Celtics tried to do for Larry Bird and extend these guys. Like if they were able to keep Reggie Lewis and the guy, the second pick in the draft, Len Bias. Larry Bird would have just retired 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So they have, if the young guys are maturing, they should be okay because now they can spell Steph and Clay and Draymond because they're in the mid-30s.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting. Do y'all see anybody in the West that jumps them or that takes that second spot and becomes the next best? Like, does Memphis coming with the youth, coming with the aggression, finally got some playoff experience next year? Do you see them overtaking a Golden State in this whole race of things?
They got confidence. Didn't they knock them out last year? Yeah, they knocked them out in the playing game, didn't they?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's confidence booster for someone like Ja, and they got Dylan Brooks back. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the the youth. It's a young man's game, period.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let me rephrase that. That's not necessarily true in basketball. Experience typically pays off until the guys just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So until Golden State, if the young guys can't sustain Golden State, I think they have a good shot. The Lakers are pretty much done because they're all old guys with no one else to help them. Denver is a good team, but I don't know if the center is really the guy of like, I'm going to dominate and take it all the way over. Like, it's Jamal Murray. Someone's got to be the guy, on Denver. And I don't know if it's really that, if it's old boy. And then you got, who else you got in there? So Phoenix, Utah, Dallas. I mean, Dallas is disappointing to me. I thought we would get more out of Dallas with Luka and the unicorn.
I feel like that team's going to take off. Cornelius said Reggie who? Reggie Theus.
Oh, Reggie Lewis. Reggie Lewis.
Okay. My thing with Dallas was, I mean, I like the Porzingis move, getting Porzingis out of there, but Luka Doncic, they just aired JJ Redick's interview with Luka Doncic this morning. He said the reason why we got off to a slow start is because I came in, I was fat. I'm not gonna lie. I came in, I was fat. I had to play my way in the shape. That's the main reason why. You feel me? We didn't get off to a good start. Now, are they moving in the right direction with him, Spencer Dinwiddie, Tim Hardaway, Brunson, and now you got J Kidd and these mugs is top 5 in defense right now?
Yeah.
I absolutely, but I think they still like a couple of pieces off. Still a couple of pieces off, but they moving in the right direction. If it was me, I would have to bet on Memphis.
Well, actually, Memphis is number 2 right now.
If Steph doesn't come back, Steph, it's probably going to be the Suns in Memphis in the Western Conference Final.
The West is crazy, right? Because I feel like, let's be real, I feel like the West has no competition.
The West has no competition?
I feel like we're talking about Brooklyn, Golden State, and Memphis. I don't believe Denver doesn't.
Phoenix, Golden State, Brooklyn, Philly, and maybe Milwaukee.
Not Philly. I can't get which one. I've been out on.
No. I'm talking about out west. I'm talking about out west.
Well, I mean, to me, this is some of the best NBA I've seen in years. Because
bro.
you have parity. How many times have we seen the East barely get a 500 team in the playoffs, and then the West got 2 teams in the West? Hey, you guys are a little behind. Reggie Lewis died in like 1992.
Yeah, he definitely died in 93.
My man Court, I didn't know he died.
Are we getting condolences out here, dog?
I didn't know he passed away. Yeah, like 30 years ago.
Reggie Lewis died while he was still playing.
I think he died on the court, didn't he? Like a heart attack?
I don't think he died on the court, but he definitely died while he was still playing.
Hank Gathers died. Huh?
What?
P. Will got braids?
Oh yeah, P. Will got the braids in.
No.
Now everybody's freaking out because hold on,
bro.
You know why everybody's freaking out,
bro?
Right? Because of the whole.
Bro.
They say he like the claw.
No, bro. No, bro.
They got a picture of him somewhere.
Yeah, hold on, I got you. What if he come back? He playing championship level defense. He just balling mugs.
Oh my god!
This man come back.
Bro, hey, this man is not finna miss another midi for the rest of the year.
What is the thing, right? I said this on Locked On Bulls last night when talking about it. Here you go. I said this on Locked On Bulls when talking about him.
I see you, Corn. I'm thinking the other Reggie.
No! Oh my god, bro! That's his brother, bro.
Hey, why they chin the same shape? They do
That's
look
his
related,
brother, bro.
And they really do look related, bro. No, like
related.
I said this on Locked On Bulls. And check out the latest episode. Should be out over there now, man. Appreciate y'all for showing so much love to the show. The biggest miss for Pat Will this season has been that he hasn't been able to learn from DeMar DeRozan the way that Io has.
Mm-hmm.
If Patrick Williams embodied DeMar's mid-range assassin mentality, he would absolutely be a problem because he's already a mid-range god. The problem is he don't take the shots. Like Pat will legitimately just be there mid-range and just be like, and that mug be cash, you'd be like, that was the most technically sound looking shot I've ever seen in my life. If he embodied that mentality, I feel like the biggest miss for him this season has been the fact that he hasn't been able to play alongside DeMar and learn that kind of game. And so now I'm excited to see him coming back, man. We're talking about he's out with the Windy City Bulls right now. They're talking about him possibly being back beginning of next week, maybe middle of next week. We've got a lot of games next week. I think we got a game Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So a lot of opportunity for him to come back. But it's about mentality for P. Will. P. Will has all of the skill and all the intangibles. He can shoot. He can drive. He defends excellently. You got to have a killer's mentality, and that's the part to me that Kawhi Leonard has. He may not show it. He may not look you in your face and talk trash to you, but Kawhi Leonard, when he want to score, is absolutely going to get a bucket.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe he did. Maybe he has. It's not like he hasn't been with the team, and he has had the whole year to learn.
Yeah, he's been with him. Yeah.
So there might still be some positives from that. There's still practice. There's still the camaraderie of it. So we'll see. You know, I think he might. The thing, you know, what's interesting is because I was just talking to my guy about this with like fresh legs and the fresh leg, you know, effect.
Yeah,
he might be a real spark plug in the playoffs that we don't expect, like really locking people down.
And he's got the best opportunity to do it, right? Like everyone else is exhausted.
Yeah, he
like Caruso, not even on the Bulls. Like everybody you're playing is tired.
The funny thing is, him and Caruso, our defensive stoppers,
yeah,
might actually come through and help. You know
what I'm saying? It's gonna be interesting to see, man. I'm not overvaluing a second-year player that's played 5 years in his second year. I'm not putting him in the realm of this is the Bulls game changer here, man. But to me, like it is something to be said that he's got fresh legs. It is something to be said at a minimum that he can defend the pick and roll well, which is something that teams are just like, fam, I've never let somebody run the same play on me that many times in a row.
That Memphis game.
The Memphis game, the San Antonio game last night or 2 nights ago versus Utah.
I see you, Corn. I can understand what you're talking about.
He was thinking Rashard Lewis.
Yeah, Rashard Lewis. Yeah.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I was like, dang, dog, like you didn't know this, dog? Like Didn't he die while he was still on the team?
Like newsflash, man. Where you been?
Hey man, hey dog, he's only about 15 years too 20 years, about 30 years too late on the news, dog. We're in 2022 now.
But right on time.
Right on time, baby. That's sad. We laughing about this man being dead.
Yeah, that's not funny. That's not funny at all.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was trying to make myself cry. I don't have it.
Suck
but no,
that tear back up.
Yeah, I ain't got that in me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I realized I'm probably a sociopath because like I was like if I don't cry when my daughter's born, I'm never gonna cry. My daughter was born. I felt it. I
didn't cry when my kids were born,
and then it was gone. And I was like, yeah.
Hey, so you trying to tell me it was like Buddy from what was that movie? Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs too? The police dude.
Yeah, he sucked the tear back up.
Sucked the tear back in.
I cry. Get back in there, Tim.
I knew that reference.
We all get that reference for once. I think that's the first time in a movie everybody in the room gets the same reference.
I did not remember where it came from. But I remembered that because that was the Mr. T guy.
Ain't no crying in baseball, dog.
No, I never. Yeah, I mean, no, I didn't cry. I mean, I was happy. I'm not like, but I didn't get that type of emotion.
Well, for mine, because with Aria, it was like she might make it, she might not. So the fact and she wasn't supposed to be born with like functioning lungs, and she came out screaming at the top of them. It was one of them like I was like at this moment, like if I'm not gonna cry here, I'm probably never gonna cry at anything.
I actually relate to you because my son was born premature and 6 weeks early, so I had to go through that whole. It was more stressful than anything, and then my twins were born, but that was C-section. It was like everything's good, la la la. Yeah. Okay, I'm going golfing. The doctor. The doctor was like, the doctor wanted to schedule everything, and he's out of there. I'm like, hey, why don't you try the things up too? He's like, no, it's okay. No, we'll come back.
Like, jerk. Shay, I do not. A lot of nieces and nephews though.
Oh man, yeah, a lot of nieces and nephews. Steph is Steph got nephews older than him. That's a wild one right there. But
he one of them dudes.
Don't you got a nephew that's older than you?
Nah, what is he? He 19 now?
Yeah, he close to you.
My nieces.
I remember coming in. He was like, "Yeah, that's my nephew." He was like, "What's going on with you?" I'm like, "What the?" Hey man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another show. As always, we'll be live for Bulls live call.
Jay Chris, you silly.
Hey, Jay Chris said when they start breaking,
I have
crying. It's all I have.
I think.
Prayers up to that dude, man. Hey, get out that relationship, brother. It ain't worth it. But only the Bulls and Bears can make Pat cry.
Hey, wait, time out.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. If the Bears or Bulls win a championship and I'm alive, you might see me cry on live.
When Cody Parkey missed that kick, I was close.
You sucked it.
I was close. I sucked one back in on that one. I sucked the tear back in on that one.
He was close. He was close.
Hey. The best part, that clip is still out there in infamy, dog, of me and Steph watching the kick. Because I'm like, I believe in you, Cody. I trust you, Cody. And he missed it, and I just fell over. It was like, he missed. And all you hear is Steph back in the background just, you got one job.
You had one job.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. We'll be live for Bulls Live Call late tonight. Good Lord, 9 o'clock tip-off. Hey, but we'll be live for Bulls Live Call, watching Bulls versus Suns. Who y'all expect to get the dub tonight?
I'm sorry, Bulls versus who? I wasn't even.
Bulls versus Suns.
Suns.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like them to finally beat a top 5 team.
Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah. Steph, I ain't even going to ask you. We already know. Anyway, we appreciate y'all for showing love, man. As always, make sure y'all tune in and rock with the content that's dropping today. Also got a video on the channel talking about the Bears wide receiver room. As always, man, y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.